Alright, welcome back. Today we have some more retro kino in the form of the Toybiz Tyrant from Resident Evil. Now this figure released back in the late 90s and was part of Toybiz's Player Select line, I think it was called. Pretty much they had a couple of video game IPs, mostly Capcom ones. And they made figures of them, often with play features, but the Resident Evil figures were easily some of the best, even for the time. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Now, I will say this does have a play feature where his heart, apparently, because there's this button on this big-ass sort of button on the back that is apparently supposed to do something. I forget if it was light up or swoosh water around and light up, but sadly, it doesn't work anymore, but regardless, this figure itself is still intact perfectly fine. I got it from a comic book shop loose for a good price, so that's why I have it, you know. So I will say I do like this design of the Tyrant more than the one they used in the remake. I don't know, this one just has more soul. So yes, starting off, we look at the face, very 90s Japanese kino. You know, we got the various blood vessels, the blue eyes, the roaring face gesture with a... I thought it was an underbite, but never mind. You know, you got the ear. I don't know what the slit across his head is. I don't remember that. You know, he's got the black neck because, you know, it's the mutating part. And then we got the... more blood vessels. Really well done for being in the 90s. The plastic is hollow chintzy plastic, with the exception of the harder ones here. But even then, still feels really good. You know, the heart is really good here. It's a shame it's clearly a separate piece. So, and then I don't know what the fuck we got going on up here. I don't know if it's supposed to be, well, no, maybe it is supposed to be normal. I don't know. It's differently painted, though. Here we've got some pretty decent painting for the 90s, I will say. You know, more great texture work and detail. You know, looks really good. More great musculature and sculpting. Same here. You know, with the misshapen abs and the very misshaped chest. And then here on the other arm, we've got this really giant, like, beefed up arm, so we definitely know what hand he uses to jack off. Very, very cool, very kino. Yeah, nice cool black color. Again, I love the color scheme too, it's really cool. Then we go down onto the giant hand where it fades out of the black into a gunmetal gray black in certain areas, and then we've got these giant claws. Really cool looking, I must say. Then we move on to the legs. We've got this normalish leg here with a couple of blemishes and more reds and vessels. Then on the other leg, we've got a like lesion or abrasion, a hive, whatever the fuck you call it. Really good looking. So then moving on, red herring, you're gonna love this one. Look at those feet. He's got toes and shit. He's got toes, dude. Let's see for the comparison here, you know. Yeah, very, very interesting there. Very interesting. So, yeah. So, for articulation, his head sadly does not swivel. This arm kind of goes up and down all around. It's very loose, though, because it's old and shit. And I think that's purposeful for another one of the play features, which I'll get into in a second. His elbow does bend a bit, though. It's just a simple bend. It works for this figure. Other arm is nothing more than a swivel, so it goes forward and back, and then another bend at the elbow. Now, the play feature I mentioned earlier, it's like on the Hunter from the same line where, you know, you can see, oh no, it's very easy to, okay, never mind, maybe I'm tweaking, maybe there's no play feature, maybe this is just a really loose joint. I'm getting the feeling that it is, but there's a ratchet joint or something, unless it is like how I hypothesize, and it is a fucking, we're supposed to fucking swing it at you, but oh well. The legs are on a V swivel, meaning they go forward and back, but it's, you know, at an angle, so I don't like it as much, but still, it's decent. Then we've got a bend at the knee, and then a simple hinge at the foot. So I must say, this figure right here is really good. Like, I think it's pretty cool, especially for the 90s. It's a shame that this is probably the easiest Tyrant figure to get, probably, because if you find it loose, you know, you might be able to find it for maybe about $30 if you're lucky. So, which is a good price. It's pretty fucking big, too. You know, I mean, hell, this thing's the size of my foot, and I'm 6'5", like, Jesus. Or about the size of my foot, I should say. But, yeah, it's pretty fucking big, too, for the 90s. So this will scale well, I'm sure, with your 6-inch, or with your 5-inch and 3 3/4 inch. It looks really good. So, with that said, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.